And I genuinely feel that that song being dropped when it did, when I was feeling how I was, I think it saved my life. Hey MS gang, welcome back to the channel. If you are new to the channel, my name's Liam, and in 2018 I was diagnosed with relapsing remitting MS. If you want to be part of the gang, it's dead straightforward, just hit that subscribe button. In this video I'm going to be sharing with you and reacting to Ren's new song entitled Suicide, dropped relatively recently. Full disclaimer, this is not a first time reaction, I have already seen this, but I'm a big fan and advocate of Ren and his music and his message and the things that he's trying to do and the journey that he's been on, so I couldn't wait to watch it, unfortunately. But it's a song that's already got a lot of relevance or significance in my life, so I want to talk through those now. Those of us whose lives are impacted by MS or any other neurological condition or mental illness or any mental health issues, you know, we're often challenged with suffering with intrusive thoughts about ending our own lives. I don't think anyone can begrudge us that, when often things impact our quality of life that make it difficult and make people want to quit and give up, and that's completely normal. And I think this song sort of celebrates that kind of being in that mindset of it being an option and you thinking about it, but it never really feeling like the right time to do that, and how we can all relate to that. And this is also a nod as well to Ren's friend Joe, who did take his own life, so it's a very emotional song and I found a real emotional connection with it, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit more about why it's significant with me at the end of the video. Visually already really grim and dark, isn't it?
Falling through the cracks of the night sky, a light goes out on the other side. Suicide, suicide, suicide. Treading on the tracks in the night time, it never really felt like the right time. Suicide, suicide, suicide.
So already it feels quite heavy. I think the beat and kind of the tempo of the song give this kind of lethargic sort of plodding along. It's like dum, 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 dum. And that just kind of gives it just this sluggish, down, dark, grey feeling of not, you know, that kind of cloud that you feel that's following you around everywhere no matter what happens. It kind of encompasses that, and I think it's a really, really great introduction in a way of sort of setting the mood for the song. And if you haven't checked out Ren before, I mean, it's no surprise because he's just amazing that he can put together something like this. He produces all this music as well, so yeah.
I'm so fucking lonely beneath this, narcissistic, can't keep a secret. Miscount sheep, I can't sleep, a misfit. Some say trouble, but some say sadistic. Bruises my brother, one time or the other. My skin felt counterfeit, silicone rubber. Bruises my sister, skin pop the blister. Dig deep, resist the feeling when it hits you. Falling through the cracks of the night sky, a light goes out on the other side. Suicide, suicide, suicide. Treading on the tracks in the night time, it never really felt like the right time. Suicide, suicide, suicide.
Yeah, falling through the cracks of the night sky, I find that very relatable at times when I've been sort of sat up in bed, just thinking about my troubles and my worries and things that are bothering me and my condition and the pain that I'm in and things, and you do just feel like slipping away into the background sometimes and just wanting to be by yourself, or feeling that you kind of just becoming this isolated thing, because this isolated figure because of how you're feeling and how you might feel that impacts others around you. So yeah, again, just a really relatable mood to this song. He's captured it really well.
Sick
boy, bitten by a tech boy. I feel like it's not me, it's the world that's sick.
The sick boy, bitten by a tick boy, the following line are a reference or what do you call it? A sample. Yeah, those lines are a sample from another track I did, Sick Boy, which again, I will check out if you haven't already. I'm going to play this through, I might comment again, and then I'm going to let the ending play out by itself, and then I'll talk about it after.
I'm so fucking washed up and seasick. Masochistic kid with a split lip. 6 feet deep, I can't eat, I'm nervous. Won't stay down cause my body purges. Useless my mother, can't keep in my supper. Skin so pale cause my cheeks leak colour. Truth is my father, you choose your karma. Draw for the sword, then drive through the armour. Oh I, oh I, oh I, falling through the cracks of the night sky. I light goes out on the other side. Suicide, suicide, suicide. Oh I, oh I, oh I, treading on the tracks in the night time. It never really felt like the right time. Suicide, suicide, suicide. Suicide, suicide, suicide.
So again, yeah, I'm really halfway through the video here, but it's just got this real, like, I don't know what the right word is, I should know. Music was my thing when I was at school and I was studying. It's like the ambience or whatever it is. I don't know, the feeling that it gets, or that I get from listening to this, is just this really relatable lull or cloud or darkness that follows me around, that makes me, or darkens the thoughts I have, or dampens situations that I'm in, takes a lot of the love and light out of situations. So seeing someone or seeing this, what is really impressive AI, I think it is, depiction of that has real significance to me, and I can really relate to it, and I'm sure there's lots of people watching this that can really relate to it too. Because it's difficult when you feel so low and worthless and miserable, yet are trying to present yourself to be someone who's happy, who's content, who's grateful for things in their life. It's really challenging, and like I said, I think this song so far is just it just seems to capture it really well. And if you haven't seen the reaction to the other video that I did for Ren, check it out here. Because yeah, I think that's another really good sort of embodiment of the way a lot of us feel.
Suicide, suicide, suicide. Suicide, suicide, suicide. Suicide, suicide, suicide. It's hard to take off from the ground when your wings are cut. Your stomach burns when you're drinking from an empty cup. You know the entire ocean came from my tear ducts. I see the world through Fibonacci sequences and double Dutch. I guess there's some that's born lucky, there's some that's not. I tried to cut away my bitterness, hatchet job. I locked my youth inside a trunk, inside a pickup truck, then dumped the whole thing over that same bridge the night you jumped. I think about that sometimes, vividly. What it felt like to look down and see tranquility. One sudden movement in a world of possibility. Only one movement to expose our fragility. I fucking miss you, and I miss myself. I miss thinking we were indestructible as well. I miss chilling by the pier cave and kicking back with Callum, Hugo, Sager, Justin, Stevie and the fucking lads. I miss missing that. I numb myself to close the gap. I never even call them up. The distance is my plaster cast. The truth is that the day you jumped, my childhood jumped too. But I still can't find that anger. All I find is missing you, man, I miss you. With all my rhymes, I picture running 5 minutes quicker, I'm right on time. I picture pulling you back over the edge and then we're crying, and holding you, my brother, and telling you that it's fine. Not the way that it worked, cause I was late like a jerk. There's not a day where I could find a way to break from the hurt. Your body missing, so we never got to wave to the hearse. I hope you're listening, I love you, man, I miss you absurd, fuck.
So it just blew me away when I heard that for the first time, and I genuinely feel that that song being dropped when it did, when I was feeling how I was, I think it saved my life. I obviously won't know for sure, but again, I just can't believe necessarily in such a coincidence, whether it's fate, if it's God, if it's the law of attraction, I don't know. But yeah, I listened to this song a lot when I had been really struggling, and then the situation escalated and I found myself in a really low place, and it felt different, it felt scary. I ended up by myself. I just sort of done a runner. I was just by myself, sat in the dark amongst the trees, feeling like a bit of an idiot for even being there. And then I remember that when I clicked on this song for the first time and subsequent times I listened to it, there was a pop-up that came up encouraging you to speak to the Samaritans if you are struggling. And for whatever reason, when I was where I was, I ended up calling them, and I spoke to someone who spoke to me for a while and helped calm me down, helped talk me through the situation. Ended up putting me in touch with emergency services who came to support me and got me home and gave me some support moving forward. Whether there's people I can speak to for help, they gave me some great advice as well. And I feel like it was quite a significant moment because it was scary, it was difficult, and I didn't know what was going to happen. It was nice to just have that in the back of my mind and to be able to ask for help. And I'm really grateful that Ren and that this song came into my life when it did. I don't know what would have happened, but all I know is that it helped during that time, and it helped when I found myself in a situation that I didn't know how I'd really ended up there or what was going to happen. So I can really hear the pain in his own voice there, from his own feelings and his own struggles and battles with his life and his condition and losing his friend. And I think when you're in a moment like that, you don't know what it's like until you're in that moment yourself. And finding myself in that moment, I was lucky that I was able to get some help, because I don't know what would happen if I didn't. So I'm not necessarily posting this video to try and get a lot of sympathy or to make it all about me, but I just wanted to share this song with you because of that importance and significance that it has to me in my life and the help it's given me, and even following Ren's story in his battle, how much that's helped me. I just want anyone to know, anyone who finds himself in a similar situation to the one that I found myself in, is to reach out and ask for help, whether it's with friends, family, loved ones, colleagues, people who might go to the gym with, or be part of a book club with, or whatever it might be, an MS group, someone that you can kind of reach out to when times are hard. I had a friend reach out to me last night actually, someone who you wouldn't suspect to be someone who would necessarily talk about the feelings and the emotions, tough, strong bloke, but said, I just want someone to talk to, I'm struggling. And we had a bit of a conversation for a little bit, and we're hopefully going to meet up soon. And I was just so happy that they felt able to confide in me. And I just want anyone else who's in that same position to be able to ask for the help and get the help that you need. I'm going to leave hopefully some links at the end of the video, links in the comments to the Samaritans, or hopefully some similar organisations, BroPro UK I've mentioned before, and for those of you in the UK. There's our Discord and our Instagram and the comment section here. If anyone is struggling, if anybody needs help, whether it's MS related or not, you're part of the gang, and we should be here to support each other. And I want to be there for all of you as well, and talk about the things you're struggling with. Hopefully maybe share some advice and support from lessons I've learned through my own struggles. But yeah, just to re-emphasise that fact that we are a community. I'm really proud and happy to be a part of this, and yeah, just want you to know that whatever happens, you're not by yourself. So yeah, hopefully you can get some help and some support if you need it, and reach out to us if you're struggling. If you enjoyed the video or the song, hit that like button. It really does help with the algorithm and push it out to more people. Likewise, if you didn't enjoy it, you're very welcome to hit that dislike button. But thank you if you got to the end of this video and you've stuck it out with me. I can't tell you how much I appreciate that. So thank you very much from the bottom of my heart, and for letting me to open up a little bit and get a few things off my chest. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. Yeah, I don't know. Thanks anyway for sticking around, and yeah, subscribe if you haven't already, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.